I was drinking myself to death. Not part of the crowd, I would separate myself.
There was something about Michael that drawed us into him. He had a lot of issues with alcoholism and depression and stuff. He'd been through a lot. And God just started peeling back those layers.
I knew I was missing out. Knew I was missing something. I took a chance, even being an agnostic, going to church.
Something called him out there. It started really as a broken man that we were just drawn to for some reason, and then suddenly he just decided to be baptized and just blossomed into a pretty amazing person, and one of my best friends now. Once Michael was baptized, he's like, what do I do next? And I said, well, you got to stay in the Word. You got to be in the Word.
I would spend my afternoons, just like picking a book of the Bible, or somebody out there actually suggested, why don't you start with Proverbs? And so I did, and I was taking my own personal notes. I guess the NIV version says, do not isolate yourself.
And then God just put it on my heart that I was supposed to meet with him on Wednesdays.
I was studying and I was trying to be with God, and yet these people were trying to connect with me. And for Chris to come up and say, I want to spend time with you, even though that was a very uncomfortable spot for me to be in, I was like, God, are you talking to me? Are you trying to draw me out?
But I said, Michael, I feel like I'm supposed to spend time with you. Like, I'm supposed to come out here at Grace Marketplace and just hang out, whatever you want to do. And he said, well, God kind of spoke to me this morning along similar lines, so I'm not going to refuse that. One
of those evenings, he said, well, hey, would you like to come back to my place, and we can have dinner, and I do a microchurch. And I remember as people were coming in, they were pulling in the driveway and in and around the circle, and I was pacing back and forth outside, as a homeless person, just that stigma. Even though I wasn't always that way, it was just like that had become a defining characteristic of me somehow.
And he felt a little awkward being here. And I said, you're my brother, Michael. Like, you're welcome. Like, my house is your house. Monica said, it's time to remodel this bathroom down here. And I was like, oh man, I want to do that. So, but I thought that Michael could help. We got to spend just day after day with each other. And after 3 or 4 days of him coming over and me driving him back there late at night and picking up early in the morning, I was like, we got a bedroom now. Why don't you just crash here?
I was telling myself, I don't deserve this. Why are these people being kind to me? Why are people treating me like I'm just normal, like I'm okay? And in that moment, God just put on my heart, no, you don't deserve this. It's my gift to you.
But it was good for him to be part of our family. We really just adopted him as a brother, and as an uncle for my kids. And we that love just grown. It's been a beautiful relationship.
Then I was hooked. Not just on the Jatays, I was hooked on God and on community full of people who were just people loving God and doing as Jesus taught to do, loving each other and showing each other love.
Because of the grace he's received and the love that he's received from others, he has a lot of friends that are still at Grace Marketplace that are where he was.
A lot of uplifting stuff, particularly about grace and mercy.
It's so neat seeing what Michael had modeled to him, which we've had modeled to us, him modeling. We're making disciples to make disciples and make disciples, and that's what it's about.